How was your family's reaction when you told them?
Don't ask me that. It was a turmoil from all the sides.
What is your go-to excuse when a project is delayed?
Client ने time पे पैसा दिया क्या?
How do you manage all these? Like, do you have a work-life balance?
Don't ask that. You don't have to ask such secret questions.
Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Sip or Spill. On the couch, we have the very lovely, very charming Neha, who is the principal designer of Studio Jane Designs. We're going to know all about her and whether she's going to spill some tea about this industry today. How are you feeling today?
Thank you, Virginia, for such a pretty introduction. I'm excited.
Really?
Yes.
What's going on in your mind right now?
I don't know about the mind, but the blood is boiling.
Amazing. Okay. So before we dive into your interior designing journey, did some research and apparently you were a financial analyst.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Quite an interesting, though has been repeated multiple times because many people ask this as the first question, that how come this turnaround happened.
Okay.
So basically, to start with, I always had the interest into designing. Some kind of creativity I always had in my blood, right from my childhood. So I like to, spruce up the small spaces at my childhood. Or I also had the interest on the designing towards the fashion side, on the fashion side. But then never gave it a shape of a profession because me being from B town, my parents are from middle class business family. So they never understood the importance of the creativity or the designing as the entire profession we can take it. So then I was never encouraged to get into the designing side. Though I was never discouraged also, but I was neither encouraged to do that. And then I landed up into finance because I was decent at studies. But then everything went good. I got into good college. I did the master's in finance. And then I got I was working as equity research analyst, which is taken as a very high profile in the industry. But then the happiness was never there. I was each morning when I was getting up, I was feeling like, why I'm even life? What I'm doing to my life? Is this something my goal of the life? So then one very early morning I got up, I skipped my office, I just went on the roads. I was new at Mumbai and I didn't know, and that time, I'm talking about 15 years back from now. That time even Google was not active, Instagram was not active, so there was nothing on the digital platform. I just went for the research for the colleges. Then I got to know Raheja School of Architecture. Thanks to it, it has given me a very, very beautiful background, my foundation for this change profession. And then from there, the journey started as interior designer. And since I was late in profession, I took a decision to completely flip my profession from the finance to designing. And that was a big leap of faith what I took.
Yeah, a very big leap.
And then when I was writing my final exams, I was pregnant with my son. So along with my studies, I was also doing the job. Monday to Friday, I was doing interior designing job under one of the architect. And then Saturday, Sunday were my courses. And then once I was mother, I couldn't continue my job, but the passion was not short-lived. So it continued. Initially, it started with research because me being in Mumbai, me being a new mother, it was very difficult for me to get the projects. But then since passion has driven me, I was doing my continuous research. And then after that, slowly and gradually, when people started knowing me in the industry, they have started giving me smaller freelancing projects.
Lovely.
And it's just 6 years back, I got my setup registered.
Amazing.
And again, then COVID came. There was a downturn. So before starting only there was a downturn. And after COVID we were left with 2, from 3 to 2. And yes, from then to after COVID, now we are 15. So it's a good growth what we are pursuing. Lot of manifestations along, lot of aspirations along. Let's see where will I go further now.
It was a very small brief you gave me. I want to understand what was in your mind. Like you were pursuing finance, you were into that role,
Yes.
and that switch.
Yeah.
How was your family's reaction when you told them?
Don't ask me that. It was a turmoil from all the sides.
Okay.
So I tell you, my biggest who was revolting me most was my mother.
Oh,
she
is
was,
it?
Yes, she was the one. You are doing the biggest mistake of your life. How can you even switch from finance, and that too as a research analyst? People strive to get into the finance as a research analyst. What will about your salary? What about your further plans? Why did you study finance if you were to leave it? But then I said, if I'll not have my ikigai, I should say it's my ikigai.
Yeah.
When I am into designing, when I will not have my ultimate happiness, how will I be able to survive in that profession, what I was not happy with?
Yeah.
So ultimately, I changed it.
Okay.
It was against the world, against my entire family.
Right.
And as I mentioned, it was a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Initially, they were not happy. Definitely till the time I was not earning.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
So when I started earning, and now they feel like, okay, that was one of the best decisions I have taken.
Yeah.
So it was a very strong-headed decision what I had to take then.
Yeah, I can just imagine, because finance, once you're into it, people think that you're earning the best of the best, and then you switch into architect and all, and then that journey of studying all over again. Didn't that
it was a very tough call, very tough call. And being a new mother, it was all the more tough call.
Yeah, I can just imagine. How was that journey like for you, studying?
Amazing.
Really?
I loved every bit of, right from the day when I switched from finance to the interior designing. I should say that at that day I gave the shock to the world that I'm getting into this.
Right.
And then after that, each day, I love my each day. When I get up, I'm pumped up that, okay, there is something very interesting coming up for my day.
Okay. And you were studying in which college for?
So I studied from Raheja School of Architecture. Yes.
Okay. What's a core memory from Raheja?
Okay. Core memory, like, yes, I was, for both the years, I was the student of the year.
Oh my God. Oh.
And then after that, when I was leaving, my principal had approached me. He said that, Neha, we want you to be faculty, and we want you to be the educator.
Oh, wow.
So I said that it's too early for me because I'm just out of college. Right. And I think I need to gain some kind of experience before educating, because though I was already having a parallel practical experience about what is happening, what has to happen in the industry on the ground level. Yeah. But then I still wanted to be more confident, and I'm giving it back to the students. Yeah. I should be giving more from the practical aspect. Absolutely. So I took a year's break. Then I rejoined as an educator. Amazing. Since education it's just out of love. I love teaching also. Okay. And educating about the practical aspects of the industry. So it was what I would say. It was just for a smaller few hours in the week when I was going as an educator. Right. For rest of the hours, I was working I was practicing my designing. Amazing. So when did you start Studio Jane Design? So Studio Jane Design got registered 6 years back, which is from now in 2018. 2018. End 2018. Okay. Wow. And when did you deliver? Yeah. What, deliver what? Your baby. I want to understand that journey of yours. It was 2011. 2011 end. Yes, November 2011. You were practicing, were you working under someone? So I started my practice in 2009. Okay, and I started with an architect. Okay. He specialized in hospitality industry. Okay. And taking that inspiration, now we are diverting ourselves into hospitality industry also. Yeah. So he was my inspiration and I started. Okay. And yes, that started 15 years back. 15 years back. How is that? Why I'm asking you this question, because many people want to start something of their own and there are many hiccups. So how did you start your journey, and what should the mindset be while starting your own firm? Virginia, very, very serious question. Yeah. And very important question. Yeah. So I will say that we should have the confidence on us.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, I strongly believe on ikigai,
Yeah.
which is like you should have your own happiness at the end of the day, what you want to do.
Right.
So if you, whatever we want to do, howsoever it is giving you so much, at the end of the day, if you're not happy doing what you are doing, then it will make you ultimately the longer run a dull person.
Right.
So you need to be doing something which is giving you the ultimate happiness, and be patient.
Okay.
Be strong-headed. What you want to do, and just go on.
Now again, that click where you switching, because you know once you step into this industry, you're not gonna start getting projects so fast. You have to put your work out there, your pitching and all. So to start again from scratch, could you just take us through your journey?
Key was the patience I mentioned.
Yes.
A lot of patience is required.
Okay.
Otherwise, also it's been said that whenever we start a new professional journey or a business, we need to give minimum 3 years to start reaping the results.
Okay.
So yes, initial 3 years were required intense patience, though it is required now also.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's a never-ending thing. But then yes, a lot of patience was required. We initially started with it was not we then, because I started as a freelancer.
Right.
I started initially with one single wall, which
my
was
God.
25 kilometers away from my place. I was not having my office. My dining table was my workspace, and then my office people was my child.
Okay.
And was my help around. And then I used to run to 25 kilometers just for that one single wall. And then I started doing many party decorations, very small party decorations, like birthday party decorations.
Okay.
And Diwali decorations for some jewelry showrooms.
Oh, amazing.
It was that minuscule the projects were. And then I started a little got confident. And then enthusiasm was so high even for those smaller spaces, because when you do not have anything and then you find a spark from somewhere, that makes you all the more enthusiastic and pumped up. So that was the thing. Those were the starting days.
Yeah.
But still enthusiastic.
So your first project was just a wall.
Single wall.
Which was 25
Single wall and the birthday parties.
Oh my God.
Decoration.
Amazing. I mean, how did you feel when you got that first project?
Oh, as I said, it was very exciting.
Yeah.
Because, I was actually thriving for something to have in my hand.
Yeah.
Mumbai was a very new city for me. I was not knowing anybody.
Right.
We were very new earners, new age then. Getting ourselves, there were already a lot of at the humble stage on the financial status side.
Yeah.
So, and without any kind of networking, without any kind of backup when you know people. Mumbai is already very, very saturated market. So proving myself was a very interesting, very enthusiastic, and walking on the throne kind of journey.
Yeah. Now, being a female in this industry, how has it been for you? Because I don't know if the stereotype is still there that vendors, contractors, and all these people listen mainly to male interior designers and architects. But as a female, how has your journey been in this industry?
I do not believe in this thought process that only males are listened in this industry or any other industry.
Okay.
Males and females both are equal.
Okay.
It depends upon how your aura is, how your personality is, and how you could convince others, because ultimately it's the idea what we are giving.
Okay.
If that idea is clicked right from the smallest unit, that is a laborer,
right,
to the the biggest decision unit, which is the client,
right,
everybody gets convinced and everybody listens to what you want to convey.
So you have never faced a situation?
I never. Trust me, there were the situations when I was standing on site at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. with all the laborer, and all were male, almost 30 to 40 laborers. And then I was directing them and they were working. And I was feeling very safe along with them.
Oh, amazing.
There was no fear, nothing kind of that I will be daunted by them, they being male, or they are feeling that I am a female and they will not be listening to me. They were very cooperative, then also and now also.
Amazing.
Yes.
So no like stereotype you faced?
Never. I never felt like that people have been saying that this is the situation. At least I never faced that.
So you believe it's all on your personality and how you treat people, right?
Personality and your thought process, and also about like if you have the idea which gets which gets chemistry, if the chemistry
Right.
went well
Yeah.
for your idea from you to somebody else, person will definitely be listening to you.
Just wanted to understand, is anyone in your family an interior designer or an architect?
No, this is
You're the only one.
I was the only one. In fact, I induced my sibling. So
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
so basically, even before me doing the interior designing,
Yeah.
since I always wanted to get into designing, and my younger sister, she is 6 years younger to me,
Okay.
and she was to choose a profession for herself.
Okay.
She came to me to have the guidance. I don't know. I was feeling like that this is something I am getting the opportunity. I said, let's go for architecture.
Okay.
And I took her to, we were then staying in B Town, which is in Uttar Pradesh.
Right.
We came down to Maharashtra. We visited Pune colleges. We visited Mumbai colleges. Me coming for the first time outside my own region and to Maharashtra, just for her admission. I was actually studying throughout the night, and I was teaching her for her examinations.
Oh, is it?
So it was such an interesting thing.
Okay.
In fact, before to me, I took her into the profession.
Okay.
And when she got into the profession of architecture and designing, that rather motivated me all the more. Okay, this is something what I always wanted to do. Let's switch.
So she's got into it as well.
That's a different thing. She's now no more practicing.
Oh my God.
Yes. She is.
The passion.
I mean, yes. So she always says, "You are mad. I cannot be mad like you."
Okay.
Yes. So that is the thing. And otherwise, nobody else in my family ever has gone into this profession. And until date, I am the only person who is into this profession.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Otherwise, what are your family members into?
So it's a business, family business.
Okay, they have a business.
Yes, my husband is into some kind of sustainability on the earth side.
Okay.
So he's a consultant on that side.
Now you mentioned about your husband.
Yes.
Do you all work along with your projects?
He helps a lot. He is very good at his numbers.
Okay.
He's very good at the administration skills.
Okay.
So the thing what I take 10 hours to do,
Yeah.
he finishes in 2 hours.
Okay.
So I give him this duty. You finish it off, and I'll be focusing just on the designing. And we anyways need that, because ultimately we have 24 hours. We can't be having multi boats to sail on.
Yeah.
So I have asked him for his help. Thanks to him, he has been a big support.
Yeah.
Yes, he takes care of all the finance side, all the money side, all the operation side.
Is he part of this industry as well?
No, he is into different industry.
Yeah.
But even 2 hours in a week is equivalent to 20 hours in a week from his side.
Yeah, I agree. Why I'm asking you this question, because I wanted to understand whether you all both have conversations about interior designing.
Oh, no, I would rather say on the interesting side, me and my 13 years old son, we have a lot of conversations on the design. Yes, he is very much interested. He has already decided in his mind that he wants to get into designing.
Oh, he's gone on mom.
And architecture. We are very good friends. We are like me and my son.
Yeah.
We are like best of the friends.
Okay.
He knows all my clients.
Oh.
He knows all the conversation, what is happening on the project. Though even though I'm not telling him, but his ear is always, though he's on the mobile, but his ear is always there on my conversation. What is Mama talking to? Her clients and her people. And then I started getting him into my little works.
Okay.
Very few times he has visited my office, visited my sites also. So I hear from him very interesting sentences. So one very good day, he came out of the office. He was just there for an hour, worked little on some kind of software or some kind of project, just a bit for his fun. And he came out of office. He said, "Mama, something is running in my body, I believe. This is what I want, beta."
Someone to carry forward your legacy.
I know. So he's already got that enthusiasm in his to take it forward. So I'm happy.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, someone in the family carrying on the show.
Yes, he has already decided. So I did.
In your journey, what has been the most challenging, or what has been so challenging in your journey?
Patience.
Patience again.
Patience. It's a very challenging thing. Many a times you envision something. You manifest something.
Right.
But then things every time doesn't happen as per your expectations. universe has lined up something else for yourself, for you. You need to be trusting that bigger power. That okay, even if that is not right now showered to me, it will come to me slowly and gradually, and it happens. Whatever I think, maybe or not that time it is coming back to me, but sooner or later it comes back to me, and I need to have a lot of patience for that.
Have you ever had a breakdown? Like, why am I doing this? It's so exhausting. Have you?
I mean, yes, many a times. Not recently. Initially, when I started my profession, because I was, as I said, that I was very limited with the resources when I started. Lesser time with me, being because I was a mother too. No money. I started with zero money, because whatever I had earned in my finance, I invested in my studies also. And no money, no emotional backup, because my parents, my husband was also not very happy with the decision of switching the profession. He mentioned though, it is your life, you can decide what you want to do. But then ultimately all the financial burden was on him initially. He was initially inside, he never showed though, but there was some kind of pressure within him. So it was like, but I could sense that. And then again, my none of the acquaintances were happy with this decision of switching. And then when initially, being new in the city, when I had no network also, no connections also, which is a vital thing in the industry, when I had nothing like this, situations were there when I was actually devastated. I used to just, suffocate so much. I used to take the car in between of midnight, just go alone for the longer ride, just to give myself a breathing space, come back, and still couldn't sleep over the nights. So that was the situation then. But then yes, now I'm much relaxed, much relaxed. I'm happier. Whatever patience I have kept then, it has really given me good fruits now.
What is an advice you would give to your younger self back then, struggling? Deep question.
So many things for the advice, but then yes, I believe I didn't give the attention on the networking side then. I thought of see, in a business there are multiple aspects when you are running as an entrepreneur. It is not only your domain expertise. My domain expertise is designing. But as an entrepreneur, I should be equally good at finance. I should be equally good at my marketing side. I should be equally good at my operations. So being on the finance background, finance was worked out. Domain expertise I had. Operations is not very tough thing. Okay, but then marketing was something which I didn't pay attention to. And your creativity will not give you money. Trust me, your network is net worth, I would say.
It is.
Create a network which will give you a net worth.
So you're basically wearing all the hats right now.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned about social media. I did a bit of research about this as well. You lost your social media account and then you started fresh. Tell me, what was that situation?
You know that, okay. Oh my God, what was that day? I mean, I had seen suddenly my page was lost. I got a message on my phone. The hacker is messaging me that if you want your page back, you need to give me this and this much amount. Though that amount was not big. But then I was not knowing how to react with this, because it was all of sudden. And then I inquired with few of the people who already has faced such thing in the past. They said hackers generally give it back. You need to give them the money and you just bargain them little. I tried to do the same with my hacker. I bargained him. He started abusing me. He said, if you bargain further, I'll delete your page. I thought these are just the hollow threats what he's giving to me. I said, okay, it's okay, you can keep the page with you. And he actually kept the page with him. He deleted the account. It was very hardened page. See, Instagram gives you a lot of visibility. It amplifies your recall value a lot. And it was 3 years earned page, which otherwise, if I would have given that much of time and money in other resource, I would have earned multiple zeros then. But then, yes, that was a loss, a big loss.
I think
couldn't concentrate on that day. But then second day, I got up. I put a message, I'm coming back. with a better revival, with a better avatar of
fresh
mine.
and new.
Because I mean, there's doesn't make sense to cry upon what has already been lost.
Yeah,
let's restart.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So the hacker was asking for money.
Hacker was asking for money. He was a bad person.
Cool. A very interesting aspect. Even I was shocked to even come to know that you lost your account and then you started off fresh. But I think the freshness in your page is like totally visible.
Yeah, it is actually. We have thought of it's a very thoughtful step what we are taking.
Yeah.
In having this revival.
Yeah.
It is much thoughtful page right now.
Yeah,
Earlier
definitely.
it was just on the random basis.
Okay.
Yes, it is very thought driven now.
How important is social media in current generation, especially in your profession?
Very important.
Very
important. As I mentioned right now, we are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur, marketing is one vital thing.
Yeah.
And in today's world, today's era, when everything is going digital, social media marketing is very important. I will not say only Instagram. There are multiple platforms.
Right.
LinkedIn is another one. Depending who are your target clients, how do you want to portray yourself in the market? So be it Instagram, that's my another clientele kind of target market, where I want to make my visibility there, and which also otherwise I'll suggest to everybody in the industry, either upcoming or already the stated ones, they should be focusing a lot on the visibility of their being, because jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai.
Very true, very true.
So social media is helping a lot, thanks to Instagram, thanks to LinkedIn, and it's very helpful.
But in today's generation, do you still stick to the old methods and roots of sketching and drawing? Do you do that?
So sketching and drawing is a domain expertise. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a part and parcel of our profession. That's the foundation. Okay. If the foundation is broken, how will I do the marketing of that?
So you still do all these?
So we have to do.
Okay.
So sketching, that's the medium to put our ideas into actual. Okay. So whether it is a sketching on paper or on the AutoCAD drawings or any kind of 3D visualization, these are the few tools where you put on your idea on paper and then on the ground.
Right.
So that is the integral part. That's the foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
So that will never go.
That is there. That is why the social media is there. I mean, that is why we are there. That's a being.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you incorporate all these new trends that are coming in, like ChatGPT and all these? I mean, I'm for sure you must have faced many clients coming up with 3Ds that are generated from AI. So what is your take on that? When they come up with, a picture which is from Pinterest or ChatGPT, and we're like, Neha, we want this only in our room. How do you react to that?
Okay, so I'll start with ChatGPT. Then I'll switch to Pinterest, which is more interesting.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT, no, none of my client has ever referred me ChatGPT generated designs from their side.
Okay.
For us also, yes, we tried it. Okay, but then we realized that it gives you clarity upon how your ideas can be given a newer shape.
Okay.
But it is not the ultimate result. It's something. Maybe I'm wrong when I'm saying that, because I'm not very much expert into that and I haven't experienced it much.
Okay.
But that really hasn't helped me in the entire process of the designing.
Okay.
It can be an initial help to give you shape to your ideas.
Right.
But later on, ultimately, we have to get into those run the mill kind of methods, which is inevitable. We have to do that. Okay. Now coming to Pinterest. Okay. Pinterest is something I love it.
Okay.
Even though I have been hearing many designers and architects, they say that they do not follow. I do not believe it. That's something which is a very inspiring board which is available to us, digital board which is available to us. See, world is wide. We can't be traveling. Traveling gives a lot of experience.
Yeah.
We can't be traveling everywhere physically. Okay.
Right.
And we can't be seeing every designer creating a new piece each day.
Yeah.
So Pinterest is something which at your desk, it is giving you multiple ideas, it is giving you multiple inspirations. Why not to refer that?
So
who
says
you have
Pinterest?
to? Yes. Who says you have to copy that? You have to take inspiration.
Right.
We take inspiration from nature.
Okay.
We can walk through
Yeah.
I take a lot of inspirations from nature. I take a lot of inspiration from my clients' needs and requirements. But I also have to take inspiration what is other designers are doing, what otherwise the newer needs and the requirements from the trends point of view. I'm not a trend follower, but it gives me idea about what are the new choices about the in the market. Okay. At least I should be aware about what historically has happened. So this is all gives you a lot of inspiration, and Pinterest, thanks to Pinterest, which gives a lot of inspiration. And yes, many a times clients come to us, they show us a lot of Pinterest pictures, and I'm happy they come. Because
you do?
Yes, very happy. Reason being, see, we are day and night into it, okay? We always say when we think something, when we see something very closely, we tend to not notice which are important things, okay? So we are so very much closely attached to our work that we tend to avoid many things which are important from the either design point of view or functionality point of view. When clients comes to us, they ask such ideas. Okay, we said, okay, this is good. We can also try and apply that. Then we add all our value additions into it, and then we give the solution to the client what they are looking for. And what is bad in that? I mean, this helps me a lot.
Wow, you're the second person who's actually vouched for Pinterest. Otherwise, everyone's like, no banner of Pinterest.
No. I have seen who not architect or designer, they have their own pin boards, and they have been saving the pins from other architects and designers in their pin board. That means that they are taking inspiration, and why not? And there's nothing wrong into taking that.
I agree with you. I'm actually shocked that you also do agree for using Pinterest. Yes. Otherwise, everyone has a big no.
we definitely use it extensively.
Oh, nice.
Extensively. Even while convincing my clients, many a times we need to impromptu convince them. Okay.
Yeah.
Zindabad in Pinterest. I just I swear when I said that, I mean, I open my phone or my tab, just scroll through few of the images, put my keyword, scroll through the images, and I say, see, this is what I've been talking. Oh, you were saying that, let's do that.
Oh,
so it's easy for me to convince my clients also.
Oh, yeah. That's actually true.
Yes.
So you do stick to these trends and all that stuff. But speaking about trend, like for example, you see neoclassicals coming back in, you see different kind of interior elements coming back in. Do you feel pressurized to use those elements in your projects? Or it is upon how the space is and how the client is?
You're talking about newer trends?
Yeah, newer trends.
I do not follow trends.
Okay. You don't follow trends.
I will not say that extensively I use. Maybe like 5 to 10% can be little inspired by that.
Okay.
But then major inspirations are other sides.
Okay.
My first inspiration is that how the client living standards are, how their lifestyles are, what kind of cultures they are having around, what are their choices. That's my first inspiration.
Okay.
My next very big inspiration is nature.
Nature.
I like how beautiful now. This is the part, though these are the plastic pieces here.
Yeah.
But then this ultimately got inspired from nature.
Yeah.
And this earlier the cactus was never been recognized as one sculpture piece from nature which can decor your space. And this now has become a trend.
Yeah.
This was already existing in the world, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, cactus was शायद हमसे भी पहले जब हम exist नहीं करते थे. Cactus were existing.
True.
And then now cactus has come as suddenly as a sculpture in these spaces.
Yeah.
So we all were taking the inspirations. So I mean, what already is existing that comes back as a trend.
Yeah.
This is how. In fact, we designers, I say we are the trend setters. I'm sure some other designer must have kept this piece in their space and somebody has got inspired further, and then they started increasing, and extensively the entire world is using cactus as the sculpture pieces in their spaces. So this is how the trends are made. It is nowhere like been suddenly has come up. Somewhere it has been taken inspiration from some nature, from earth, and then it has given some kind of shape.
True.
But yes, when I'm talking about trends, something which is timeless can be followed anytime as a trend.
Okay.
But something which is short-lived, which is just has come and fade away as a fashion thing, as a trend thing, I do not follow that.
You said timeless. Can you give an example of what could be timeless?
I am a huge follower, and I love Indian architecture and Indian
Okay.
art forms.
Okay.
If given a choice, my first choice will be to create a very contemporary, very modern space with a lot of functionality from the modernity point of view and from the maintenance easy point of view, but then keeping few artifacts which is inspired, which actually were existing in our old days,
Right.
and those are now repurposed,
Right.
and taking some inspiration from monument of beautiful temples. You see the carving there, and even if you just take one single example and take one single inspiration and take one huge pillar in your space, maybe just behind as an art piece in your living area or in your reception, that comes as a statement piece, and that is timeless. That will never go off.
Definitely.
And that makes the statement in the space.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Yes.
While speaking to you, you have such a positive energy. I love your aura.
Thank you.
And throughout this conversation, you have spoken about manifestation and spiritual aspect. Are you a religious person?
I am. So there are two aspects.
Okay.
One is called religious.
Yeah.
One is called spirituality.
Yeah.
I'm more inclined for spirituality.
Okay.
Religion, anyways, is a byproduct of the spirituality.
Okay.
It originally was not. People were originally spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay. So since spirituality is about something which is not being seen in general, so we say that there is only one God whom we cannot see, whom we cannot feel and touch. So that is about the spirituality. But then not everybody can understand the thing which is intangible for you. You cannot feel that power. Okay. So to make them realize or to make them understand what is the power, it has been given a form.
Okay.
And that form eventually the human has evolved into religion and different types and different different types of religions.
Yes.
So religion is a byproduct of spirituality. So I'm more on the spiritual side than on the religion side.
How does spirituality help you throughout your days?
Oh, I think that is the one thing which has helped me to overcome my down days.
Yeah.
When I was really struggling to have myself, to prove my creativity, my designs, my family, that yes, if I have taken this such a big step, it is for some very special reason. So that helped me in my patience. Till date, it helps me. And not all the days are good. Not all the moments are good. There are always they're exciting, happy days also. There are also like when we have to be struggling with multiple situations. It helps me to get into in my calm zone.
It keeps you calm, yeah.
It keeps me calm.
Cool. I think we went a bit more diverted from the topic. What is the future for Studio Chain Designs?
Oh, a lot.
Okay.
List is too big. It's a too big a list.
Okay.
So, but then yes, I have been inspiring for too many accolades, too many stars on my stars on my uniform.
Right.
But yes, on the business side, we have been focusing on three major areas.
Okay.
One is high net worth residences, which we are already doing, but sky's the limit for that.
Sky's the limit.
So as higher the net worth, the better the project is.
Yeah.
The second division, what we are diverting ourselves to or expanding ourselves to, is the hospitality.
Okay.
Which is into resorts. We are already doing couple of the resorts.
Okay.
So resorts and hotels, that is lined up.
Okay.
And then we are in between right now doing the hybrid projects, which are villas, which is partially residential and partially given as the weekend resort. So we are doing multiple villas like this.
Amazing.
And the third niche is something very different, which not many people will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So this is in collaboration with one of my clients.
Okay.
They are into artificial intelligence. They create the content of artificial intelligence, and they create huge hardwares, huge machineries. They assemble that and they make it very user friendly or experiential for the for the users of those machineries.
Okay.
And these machineries, along with that AI content,
yeah,
it is being used by corporate bodies and by government bodies
okay,
for their high-end marketing.
oh,
And to give you very small, very layman example,
yeah,
how we see a movie screen.
yeah,
So the screen is huge,
right,
okay, in a movie hall.
yeah,
There is some kind of content which is being
right,
projected through the projector.
true,
Okay, this is a machinery. This is some
correct,
kind of assembly is being done.
yeah,
But then that movie screen
Mhm.
is an experience.
Yeah.
Not only the content what you are seeing, but also the ambience around.
yeah,
So
true,
you see, there's a correct lighting,
Yeah.
there's a correct cooling, there's a
Yeah.
correct seating, there's a
Okay.
correct space planning and functionality.
Yeah.
So that is what I help my client
Mhm.
when they make these machineries. I help them in making the correct space for them.
Oh,
So,
wow,
yes.
that is something very
So
interesting.
this was in collaboration with one of my client. I made their
Oh,
office
okay.
after the happy services.
Okay.
They offered me this collaboration, and we have been now. It's been now what 3 years with them.
Oh, wow.
And we have been doing.
This is something very unique.
Very
I've
unique.
never heard anybody doing
Yes,
such a thing.
Yes, very interesting.
Oh, so you're like all over the place. You're an educator, you're teaching, you're doing a full-time profession. How do you manage all these? Like, do you have a work-life balance?
Don't ask that. You don't have to ask such secret questions.
So do you?
No. I mean, I'd say that yes, there are sleepless nights.
Yeah.
On the fact, I sleep 5 hours in a day.
Okay.
And yes, I mean, there are multiple aspects. I would not say that I am doing justice to all the things, to the family, to the work. Ultimately वही 24 घंटे हैं, वही एक single being है, सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. So some or the other way, some or the other thing get compromised little bit. But then, even though I am not perfect, but I am happy. So
as long as you're happy.
As long as we are happy, as long as we are serving in our best way, ethically, with our best intentions, that is what I'm doing.
Oh, my God. You're all over. Yeah, your sister was correct, crazy. It was amazing to know all about your journey and your vision for Studio Jane Designs. Now we are heading to, of course, the moment we've been waiting for. We're heading to Sip or Spill, wherein I'll ask you...
You have been waiting for, not me.
Yeah, I've been waiting for personally. Where I'll ask you a series of questions. Now, do's and don'ts of the game. You can't say yes, no, maybe. All out.
Okay.
I'll ask you a question. You tell me the truth, or you take a shot if you don't want to answer it. However, you cannot have 2 shots back to back. So the third one you will have to answer.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Good. Your first question. Who in the architect industry do you think is overrated?
I believe nobody is overrated.
No.
Nobody is overrated because there are multiple aspects of interior business per se. So some of the everybody is having their expertise into something and for which they are known for.
Now this was a diplomatic answer.
So no, I'm true when I'm saying that. So nobody is overrated. They have been receiving what they are expert into.
But we said we can't take a no for an answer.
Okay. These are hot shots. एक सब चलेगा ना.
Perfect. Okay. Good. Your next question. Who would you consider your biggest competition in this industry? Oh my God, there's a name. There's a name.
Competition.
Yeah.
The whole industry is my competition.
Oh, okay.
Whole industry and myself, I am competition of me own.
Oh, very nice answer. Okay. So the entire industry you would consider.
So entire industry, I want to improve myself each time. So I myself is a competition for me.
Okay. Fine, we'll take this answer. Who is a star architect that you think is more about branding than their skill?
I can't say no or yes. You are putting me in this room. So if I do not have any answer, I have to take this.
Yes.
I do not have any answer. Next.
Who inspired you to become an architect? I mean, sorry, an interior designer.
Nobody.
Yeah, of
Nobody.
course.
My love for designing, I get always moved on with the creativity and the design on every aspect, whether it's fashion or the arts or the architecture. That inspired me. Okay. I would say nature is one of the biggest inspiration for me.
True. Yeah. Who would you most likely to collaborate with any of your projects? An interior designer or an architect you would love to collaborate with?
Not, can I take from some other industry?
Yeah.
I would like to collaborate with Sabyasachi.
Oh, dream collaboration.
I love his ways.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm a big fan of Indianness.
Yeah.
He is too.
Yeah.
And the kind of maximalism he does. I've been waiting for one project where I've been given the opportunity to explore something as maximalist as he does for his places or his products. So that is one. That is one thing.
Love his work. Okay, yes. Cool. Who do you think copied someone's work and took all the credit?
Oh, I can't say no or yes. But I would still say, I'll still say answer in no. Okay. So there's nobody who copies completely. There's always a value addition from somewhere. Either you devalue or it overvalue it, that's a different thing. But then we always take the inspiration from something, but nothing is getting completely copied anywhere.
But you said no.
I said no, yes. So a toast for no.
When it comes to materials, who do you think is ruling the surface industry?
See, industry is advancing a lot.
Yeah.
On every side, be it material or technology. Okay, I'm happy that Luxe Esquire has got so many beautiful surface products for us, for our plate, for our spaces.
Yeah.
And yes, along with Luxe Esquire, there are multiple players. But then I'm really moved on to see the kind of wide range you're carrying with you and give us more more things to play around with.
Okay, amazing. I'll leave you at this shot. That's okay. Yes. Okay. What project in your career are you most proud of?
So I did one of the restaurant.
Okay.
And that was in lane of Kala Ghoda. That was before COVID side.
Okay.
But then there I was given a complete hands-free to whatever I wanted to do. The name of the project was The Inspiration.
Okay.
The name was Millennium.
Oh, wow.
So millennial means, from the Sobos, rather.
Yeah.
Okay. So millennial Sobos are people who love to read, who cherish the culture, architecture a lot, art a lot. So and then they are also the side when they want to have bling in their lives and the sonkiness in their lives, and they also are very earthy otherwise. Okay, so I take the inspiration from the people of Sobo and that name millennial, and I created a place which was a mix of all these inspirations, and that was very exciting project.
Do you think all awards given to people in this industry are paid?
Okay, I'll take a sip. No, answer is absolutely no. I have been, my team and we are putting lot of efforts to make best of the presentations for whatever work we have made. So it requires a lot of time, lot of work, lot of efforts, lot of sketches to to put it forth to the jury.
Yeah,
those are not at all paid, and I right away reject the projects which are asked for the paid amount.
Okay.
And I say, if this is organic, then only I will participate in, otherwise I will not.
That's very nice.
Whatever the prestigious awards what you see are completely unpaid. They are only and only on merit.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you go away from that zone.
So we participate a lot on competitions. Whether we win or not, that's the that's a secondary part, but participation is more important. And we put a lot of effort into it, and because we know that is only on the merit side. So we raise the bar for ourselves each time. Okay, is saal nahi to agle saal sahi.
But what do you think about people getting paid awards?
See, how much that will sustain, how much that will last. That will not. Ultimately, they have to come to the ground, to the client. They have to show. They have to show their work, their worth to the client. So that award will not sustain them for long.
What's the best piece of design advice you have ever received?
Initially, yes, not now. I was missing fewer times on the practicalist functionality side. Okay, I was more inspired or bent towards the aesthetic side. But then sometimes the client were asking on the functionality side. For example, client asks that they want fans in their room, and I hate fans. Okay.
Okay, is it? Okay.
Hate fans in ceiling.
Okay.
So, but then that is the integral part of the function. In the Indian climatic conditions, you need fan.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't want to give that from the being on the bending towards my creativity side or the aesthetic side.
Yeah.
But that is something which I should be keeping in mind a lot while making the space for the users of the space.
Amazing. I hope you had fun in that game.
Very much. I loved it.
You didn't give us that much controversy, but okay, fine. Good. My final question for you before we head to the rapid fire round would be, what is your design philosophy?
There are few. Okay. One is we want to be timeless in our designs. I love versatility. I always say I cannot have dal chawal each day.
Yeah, no.
I cannot either have pizza each day.
Yeah.
I should have a variety on my plate of food and on my spaces.
Yeah.
And nature is something which will always keep inspiring me, and that is like one thing which is very close to me. And we make these spaces for the users, and we always thrive that it can help in elevating their lifestyle. And definitely at the last, I would want to impress and inspire others also from my designs.
Definitely. I think being from another place and coming to Mumbai all alone and starting your journey, I think that's the biggest inspiration you have said.
Inspiration on the creativity side also, that if I have converted myself into some line which is on the creative side, so my creation should inspire the world, and they should also be taking कभी फ्यूचर में कि अच्छा नेहा ने वो बनाया था उसके जैसा डिजाइन बनाना है.
Yeah, you want to be remembered for the work you have done. Yes. One more question, since we are speaking about work. What is the most weirdest client request you have ever received?
I can say an incident.
Okay.
That would be funny. Huh?
Okay.
So we went for selections of tiles along with my client.
Okay.
The tile was faced like this. Okay. I was standing there.
Okay.
With his wife, and he was standing on this side of the tile.
Okay.
Okay. And the person who was showing the tiles, he was flipping one after another. So he very innocently asked me, Neha, don't you think all the tiles are looking same? So
you were saying. Oh God.
I came to his side. Then I tried to think what he's talking about. Then I seen he was seeing all the back
side of the tile. Oh God.
So that was one very funny incident, and he was very innocent. He was accepting till then. Till that time that okay, if Neha showing, there must be something good.
Oh,
but then
so he went through it.
He was looking at the rear side of the tile.
Oh.
But when he came on the front side, then I realized okay, he was seeing on the other side. So that was funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
But any weird client requests you have ever got?
Sometimes a client asks for many multifunctional furnitures.
Okay. In the sense?
Yes, but they get inspired a lot from YouTube shots or Pinterest shots. But that might sometimes be not practical in India or with their spaces or with their budget.
Oh, yes.
So that is something which goes impractical when they are asking for that.
Coming back to the question, what is the biggest misconception about your profession?
Biggest misconception?
Yeah.
In general or about my person?
Your profession.
I believe people feel bling is the luxury.
Okay.
I believe a lot in understated luxury, which can be even through completely matte, organic, and rough surfaces. So bling is not the luxury.
Bling is not the luxury. I totally agree with you. Bling is why you want to show yourself that you're a brand.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Okay.
Cool. Let's start it off. If your designs could talk, what would they say about you?
Colors.
Colors. In the sense?
I get a lot of compliment that the colors what I use are very much making the sense to the subject.
Okay.
So colors.
Colors. Cool.
And versatility. Second, I added one more.
Yeah, colors and versatility.
Yes.
What is your go-to excuse when a project is delayed?
अच्छा, क्लाइंट ने टाइम पे पैसा दिया क्या?
Okay, that's your good.
Okay.
If you could ban one particular trend forever, what would it be and why?
Gold.
Gold, really?
Yes, I mean too much of gold. I would not want to. I would want to ban that trend of using gold in the designs.
Okay.
And half rounded arches. It's so overdone. It's so overdone. Everywhere I go and everywhere I see all the designs, I see half rounded arches. I'm done with that.
Okay, cool. No gold and no rounded arches.
No.
Okay.
Half rounded arches. There are multiple beautiful shapes of the arches.
Okay.
People should explore more.
Yeah, they should.
Why sticking to one? Why sticking to dal chawal only?
Yeah, have pasta. Cool. What is the biggest oops moment you have ever had in your project?
One time I missed upon the plumbing services side.
Okay.
Which after the project was closed, there were some service issues started coming on the site.
Okay.
Then I realized that okay, this is something called service and functionality, which we should never miss out.
Yeah.
The aesthetic can never override functionality. Functionality should always override the functions.
Okay.
So that was the oops moment, but we have learned out of that.
Okay. You have 30 seconds to grab whatever you can from your office. What would you grab and why?
My people.
Oh, you just grab all of them.
My people. They are there, so I am there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
If your designs were an ice cream flavor, which one would it be?
Chocolate.
Oh, specific.
Mississippi mud, yes.
Who's more difficult to work with? Indecisive clients or over-ambitious contractors or vendors?
Indecisive clients.
Okay.
They are more, in fact, both. Both are difficult.
Okay.
But then initially, if the decisions are not getting clear, how can we even convey to the client, contractor? Contractor comes next.
Yeah. So indecisive clients.
Indecisive clients.
A secret that no one knows about you.
I have the bend on spirituality.
Yeah. I think,
Guess my age.
Yeah, seriously, guys, guess her age. I was shocked.
Okay, so these are the things.
Okay, good. Your last question. An advice you would like to give to the design fraternity?
Be ethical. That is very important. There can be short-term benefits you will be lured with.
Yeah.
But then being ethical to the profession, not on the monetary terms, but to the services to the client, will always pays off in the longer run. And that gives you the projects back to back.
Yes, I totally agree with you. That's very true. Okay, your last question for this podcast. How did you find the store and how was your experience on Sip or Spill?
Oh, lovely store. I was awed to see the kind of vastness of the store, not on the space side, but even on the right kind of ranges you are having. And I have seen few of the products which earlier I have not seen with my other vendors where I was going, where other sources where I was going. And I'm really impressed. I'm definitely going to come back, not only once, but multiple times along with my client.
Thank you.
And will also make them impressed with your products.
What about the game?
Oh, loved it. I loved every bit of our conversation. I never felt like that I am in front of the camera, but I'm just talking to you. You have made me very comfortable and made me speak out what I am.
And with that, here is your lovely hamper.
Oh, thank you so much.
You win a nice box of chocolates from Royce.
Oh. So my flavor of
chocolate.
Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you, guys.